Okay, hello everyone. This is Fourth here. I'm back again. Uh, Making another video because people pointed out, and I realized shortly after reviewing the footage, I did not show you how to do toggles properly. I showed you how to toggle materials, yes, but I did not show you how to toggle items and things of the sort. So I have here my add-ons folder, and I have my hierarchy here. So we're going to add something new. Let's go with the right arm. So we're going to have it, we're holding something in our right arm, or in our right hand, I should say. And I'm going to go ahead and give him let's give him a crowbar. Why? Just because. Maybe like Half-Life shit. I don't know. So we're going to go over to crowbar. We're going to add a folder for materials, and we're going to add a folder for animations. Go into source, extract materials to this folder that we just created. So it's going to put it there. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have the textures for it. Why doesn't it? What the hell? But anyway, let's go ahead and okay, so first let's collapse that and then drag it into the main overworld sprite. Or not sprite, but just workspace. Let's raise this up some and then move it over here so it's easier to work with. Now we want them to be holding it. So hold control to like bring up the ticks here. Like, yeah, it makes it easier. You can obviously just kind of do this, but it's less consistent. And well, I like precision in my stuff, so let's do that. Move it down so that way it's in the hand. And we can double check this later. Just realize this is a big ass fucking crowbar in this situation. But then again, Terzik here is not very tall. He's kind of a short lad. So, you know what? It would make sense to have the crowbar this big. Anyway. Oh, I'm probably going to want to have it angled this way a little bit. I need to move it around again. God damn it. Good enough. Actually, no, it's not. It's not good enough. It's not good enough for my OCD. But I can still do that. Whoa. I need to lift it just a little bit more. And let's pull it to right there. Sure, good enough. All right. Now that it's here, we can go ahead and add it to right here. Technically you can add it to the hand first and then move it, but it just feels it's faster doing it the other way. But anyway, now that this is here and we have this, we can expand this, and I can just pull the things directly from the textures. So this is the albedo. I believe this is the metallic, and this should be the height map. And that's what we get. I feel like it's way too smooth though, so I'm going to turn off the smoothness just for now. Anyway, so this is our crowbar, and it is now, well, there. Let's go ahead and go back to create a new animation. So crowbar animations, we're going to name this one crowbar off, because that's what we want our default to be. All right, cool. Let's do that. Whoops, new animation. This one's going to be crowbar on. Now, of course, you can always go in and do it the hard way instead of doing it this way. You can go in through here and then go over down armature, hips, spine, chest, shoulder, arm, elbow. elbow, wrist, crowbar, and then select is active. This kind of method I don't really use too much, but it is useful if you're dealing with a secondary FBX, in which case you're having trouble with the primary method. Anyway, so we have our animations for it and what we want to do with that. So let's go over to our effects animation controller. So we double click that. We have, as you can see, there's some stuff here from, well, what I've been doing before. Since it's going to be a simple toggle on-off thing, we're going to have it just be titled crowbar. And it's going to be Boolean because it's just, on and off. Now, if we wanted multiple things on one hand, we would use an integer value. Integer value parameters can be used, I want to say, 256 separate situations because it's it's 8 bits. It uses up 8 bits. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into that, which I can talk about, but I feel like that would be kind of boring. So, did I already set the weight value for this? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. So let's go over here. And I'm going to go back into crowbar, go over to animations, crowbar off, and drag that in. That way I don't have to select what motion and I don't have to name it. It's pretty standard stuff. Now we're going to go over to any state. We're going to right click it and make transition to both of these things. We're going to go over here, settings. We're going to change the exit time to 0 because we want our toggle to be like snap immediately. This is going to be a false because this is our default state. This one we're going to have the same situation, but it is going to be set to true. And so we just leave it like that. Now we go back. Cheesums, yeah, I made a lot of those. We go over to our parameters. We're going to add Boolean. And this is going to be the exact same name as our parameter name here. They have to match up. Otherwise, it will not recognize it, and, well, shit, kind of a thing. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to go over to toggleables, which is a menu that I made, which you can right-click, create, VRChat avatars expressions menu, and it will give you a new menu that you can add and, name. Then you add controls, like I'm about to do here. So I just added a new control. We're going to name this one crowbar, and change that to toggle. And parameter is Boolean. For a submenu, you're going to add control, and you're going to select submenu, and then you're going to click it, the one that you just made, and drag it over to here. And then you don't worry about what parameter says, because it does nothing. If you have it set to a parameter, then it will always default that option to it, and you'll end up with problems. So don't fuck with the parameters when you are trying to add a submenu. So that should be it as far as new, adding things to your model goes, like physical toggles. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know any concerns you might have. Like, if, hey, this thing does what else can I do to whatever. I'll be sure to let you know what I know of Unity. There are some things that I can't do, as is always. Oh, yeah, right. There's some autofix shit you got to do here. Also, another thing, you're probably going to want to go to yeah, I've been making avatars. But you're going to want to keep this, and you're going to want to make a copy of this, and then have that be your new that copy being your new Quest build one, and then you port it over to Quest, so that way you don't have to do all this work again if you're adding stuff to your avatar in bulk, because that can be pretty time consuming. Uh, Having to go through all those parameter layers and shit. Uh, like, I mean, you can do it that way, but uh, you also are going to need to, regardless of what you do, you need to make sure that things like the materials are Quest compatible, which, for most of these things, it's pretty simple and easy to do. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, talk to you all later.